Happy Friday, Grizzlies. I'm Keaton Larson.
And I'm Kay Javon. Welcome to GNN News.
We've got some latest news updates on you. This week, we'll take it to the classrooms and learn about a unique program here at River Glen. Then we'll bounce on over to the courts for some sports updates and highlights. All of this and much more. Stay tuned because
GNN News starts now.
Trying to find the answer. We got corners to hide. What do you say we get out of here? 'Cause we can't stay. Load up a
Hey Grizzlies, are you interested in being a part of something unique and different? Have you thought about being a part of River Glen's Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps? It is a military-regulated program designed to offer students leadership experiences and motivate them to become better American citizens.
JRTC stands for Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. It is a U.S. military program translated into a high school curriculum. And when you take the class, you can enlist into the U.S. military to be a higher level cadet. It doesn't matter which branch. What you learn in Junior ROTC is basically how to march correctly. You learn about the military, you learn about the history of JROTC as a whole, but it also teaches you how to be a better citizen to the United States of America. JROTC is available to mainly 9th graders in junior high, but when you're in high school, you can take it any year you want. It's a great class to do. We do need cadets because for River Glen currently there's only 2, and that would be including myself. In order to join Junior ROTC, when you get your slip to go into 9th grade, there's a little box that says JROTC. If you check that, and then write down JROTC as one of your electives, because it is an elective, you can take the class.
For more information, see your counselors and/or reach out to Sergeant Villaverde. It's been a while since we visited this subject, but let's take on over and see what's happening in tech.
The goal of the tech program here at River Glen is to study the STEM topics, science, technology, engineering, and math. It's really a pre-engineering course, and so we design and build a lot of things. If you join tech, you can expect to have a lot of fun, and so the time in the class is mostly just working with partners and groups, building, launching, racing, testing things that move, that fly, seeing how strong you can build a bridge, for example, and it's just a lot of hands-on fun. So I'm a product of the Boise School District, so I went to Valley View, Fairmont, and Capital, also graduated from Boise State University. So I always wanted to be a teacher in the Boise School District, was always my dream, and here I am. And so I'm really happy that not only am I teaching technology, which I love, but I'm also teaching students that end up at Capital, which is where I went as a student myself. If you are interested in joining one of my tech classes, I teach Tech 7, Tech 8, Tech 9, also Computer Science 1 and 2. I've got room in just about all of those classes, and so see a counselor and sign up and come join the fun.
7th and 8th graders, remember that Tech with Mr. Johns is an awesome option for an elective class. In other classes around the school, we're stepping into the life of Mrs. Hopkins and seeing what she and her students are stirring up here at River Glen.
Hello, fellow Grizzlies. This is Kay Javon reporting with a special ed class with Miss Hopkins. Today we're here to highlight the Grizz Grind, which was featured on Channel 7 last month. Miss Hopkins, can you tell us the idea behind Grizz Grind?
Yes, so I teach a course called Occupational Preparation, and we really work on a lot of life skills. So one of the things I wanted to do was teach money skills and social skills in an applicable way, so I thought a great way to do that would be by starting our own business.
Can you explain what Grizz Grind is?
Yes, I can. So this is a coffee business ran by the students in my 8th period Occ Prep class. And starting in a couple weeks, we're also going to be offering coffee during 2nd period. And teachers can fill out a Google form to order coffee, and we will deliver it to their classrooms. And then they pay in cash, and then we give them their coffee. And it works great because my students have to deliver the coffee, locate it, make the coffee and then collect the money and give change and work through it that way.
What kind of items do you sell on Grizz Grind?
So we sell many kinds of lattes with different kinds of milk. So we have 2% milk, almond milk, and then if any teachers have like a special request, I'd be more than happy to stock that in there as well. We offer different flavors too. So we have almond, vanilla, caramel, peppermint, and then all of those flavors offered in a sugar-free version. We make mochas, we have chai lattes, and hot cocoa. And let's see, just drip coffee, black coffee, almost anything that you could get at any other coffee shop, we can make here.
And this is Kasia reporting with the special ed and Miss Hopkins. Back to you. Teachers, if you want to be a part of the Grizz Grind and get yourself an order of coffee or hot chocolate, definitely reach out to Miss Hopkins and her class as they continue to do amazing things for our school. Now it's time for GSPN.
Welcome back to GSPN, your top source for sports news in Idaho. I'm your host, Dax Walton, joined by Aaron Holt. In the wake of Sunday's conference championship games, we now know who will go to the Super Bowl this year. The two teams heading to Miami are the 15-3 San Francisco 49ers and the 14-4 Kansas City Chiefs.
Tune in on February 2nd on Fox to see who will take the Lombardi Trophy this year.
Also, the NFL Pro Bowl featuring the NFL All-Stars from the teams that did not make the Super Bowl will take place this Sunday.
Some of the top names are Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Von Miller, Darius Leonard, Aaron Donald, and Khalil Mack.
As the NBA season continues, top teams are just beginning to compete for playoff positioning to determine who will go to the NBA Finals in June.
As of this week, the top teams in the Eastern Conference are the 39-6 Milwaukee Bucks, the 30-13 Miami Heat, and the 29-14 Toronto Raptors. The top teams in the Western Conference are the 34-9 Los Angeles Lakers, 31-13 Los Angeles Clippers, and the 30-13 Denver Nuggets.
Boise State basketball stands at 12-8 and is now 6th in the Mountain West Conference.
The girls basketball teams took to the courts this week, facing a tough team in the Meridian Warriors. Both JV and varsity teams had a good fight but fell short. The sophomore team came out with the win. The standings for Capital girls basketball are 7-7 for sophomore, 1-13 for JV, and 3-14 for varsity.
The standings for Capital boys basketball are 3-10 for sophomore, 1-12 for JV, and 3-10 for varsity. Boys basketball will play tomorrow at Capital for the fight-off of the real CHS as they take on the Centennial Patriots for the second time this season.
River Glen boys basketball kicked off their season this Wednesday with matches against LeBois. After the games, the 9th grade team stands at 0-1, the A team stands at 1-0, B team stands at 0-1 with the heartbreaking loss in overtime, and C team stands at 0-1.
The boys basketball teams will play against East this Friday.
As basketball season begins to wind up here at River Glen, it is never bad to be thinking about sports this upcoming spring. Track season is around the corner and we need you sprinters, distance runners, hurdlers, disc, and shot put athletes to begin undusting your shoes and look into signing up for spring track.
This has been another edition of GSPN. Let's send it back to the desk.
A great start to our seasons, Grizzlies. As we produce a weekly content on GNN News and we put together an organized presentation for you. What do you get to see is the raw footage and behind the scenes. Check out our bloopers.
The French fleet arrives in Chesapeake.
Be careful. Be careful.
My hands are sweaty, 1 second.
We're supposed to split off.
We're supposed to split off, Edmonds.
Come on, Oliver.
Hack and hack. Jens.
I just.
Mac 5. Oh my.
503. It's not the 305, it's the 503. Oh. Yeah, it's okay.
I told you.
Jeez, she told you.
No, you said operator. I said super.
Okay, starting from the top.
From.
Just like keep going.
Oh.
With 5,024 athletes representing 146.
Back yourself and we'll go again. Just do it loud.
Today in history.
All right, Grizzlies, here are this week's core nominees.
Hi, Mr. Tillery here. I have a core card for Mariah again. She went above and beyond and went out and picked up some trash all on her own without being asked and threw it away. Way to be awesome.
This core card is for Callan Lochner. He's such a hard worker and always wants to help out in our classroom. He's always offering to do classroom job, and we just really appreciate him helping out and keeping up the awesome work.
Hey Grizzlies, I'm Mr. Zwains, and this core winner of the week goes to Tina Wynn. Tina, great job taking control of your learning and completing your missing assignments on your own and emailing me your homework the day it was due. Keep it up.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Green, and this core card is for Gabby Fernstrom. Thank you so much for cleaning up my room after class without being asked. I really appreciate it. You rock.
Excellent work this week, Grizzlies. Keep up the great work. And today in history, the UN established the International Atomic Energy Composition.
Quote of the day: do things for people not because of who they are or what they do in return, but because of who they are. Harold S. Kushner.
That's all for this week's Grizzlies. Thank you, and stay tuned for next week.
For another edition of GNN News.
Left without a warning. We can't sleep in the sand.